Bitcoin is the exit strategy.
And you know what I'm going to let Elon do? Unless you people disagree, I'm going to get Elon, and he's great at this. He's going to be our cost cutter. I think he can save trillions.
Commodities and equities will kind of sort of merge over a long period of time, over maybe 20 years. I mean, let's face it, they don't even know how to do crypto and digital at all.
Yeah,
right? They have no idea. They still don't understand how important it is to actually get it right. You know, it's just platitudes and being on TV. They have no idea what they're talking about. They have no idea. Bitcoin is a commodity. It should be treated like gold and like oil. It's just a commodity. Other digital currencies, different. Other digital assets, different. But Bitcoin is a commodity. But
going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, you know, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, you know, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, well, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Sonali Basak. Sonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and
When the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. And they finally start to cut rates. And we know Japan is going to start raising rates. And those trillions of dollars that are sitting in money market accounts are going to start flowing over to the emerging markets. And we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction so they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, the movie begins. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And we have Bitcoin and crypto pulling back. But guys, don't forget, we're the only game in town on the weekend. But we had $8 billion worth of contracts, futures contracts expiring. And guys, we actually moved up. So we know a pullback is definitely coming. So make sure you watch out for CME and also Monday morning. But we know like clockwork on the 5th, they need Bitcoin as collateral. So we start to move up. We do this every single month. And guys, make sure you watch the video I did last night. Trump says Elon is going to be in charge of cutting this deficit. And remember, I kept telling you guys, the deficit has to be cut. And it doesn't matter whether it's Kamala or Trump. It has to be cut because we're going to a level playing field in this digital economy. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And we have Howard Lucknick says Bitcoin is a commodity and should be treated like gold and oil. And why is he saying that? Because he knows all about the digital economy. Now, these robots, algorithms, and drones, they have money. So that means they can control the economy without a human involved. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And guys, that may scare some people. And then other people, they're going to get prepared. And that's the side you want to be on. The side that's prepared. It should never ever scare you, especially if you understand the Most High. Remember, guys, this technology can be used for good or evil, but you have to understand it. You have to have the knowledge. Remember, my people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. All you have to do is understand the technology, so therefore you can use it for your benefit. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which were down on Friday, dollar down on Friday, volume in crypto right now down. And then, of course, guys, we have Tether and USDC, and then we have the Fed. Repo at $436 billion. As we know, the repo has been moving in the wrong direction, but that's been maintaining yields where it's at. But yield rates will definitely rise, but we do have the Fed now on a rate cutting cycle. But as they cut rates, we know money is going to flow out of those money market accounts inside the emerging markets, which is going to help destroy the United States world reserve currency. Remember, guys, This is a plan. It moves in phases, not overnight. It moves in phases. And we have clock is ticking for U.S. recession. And the Fed will return to QE. And guys, we know when it comes to recession talk, we've been in a recession since last year of October. Right now, we're in a Great Depression, and I've been over the numbers. But again, we have the Fed cutting rates, and we still have inflation here. None of the prices have went down. We shop on a daily basis. We know nothing has went down. Prices actually continue to climb. And when you look overseas, inflation caused the adoption of stablecoins. And guys, when that was all part of the plan. And now we have all these geopolitical events. And again, they're pushing stablecoins. They're pushing all this technology while the drums are beating. And now we're having a lot of supply chain issues. And we know all this automation is the fix. AI, robots, algorithms, and drones, blockchain, these digital currencies, all the issues that we're seeing in the legacy market that's being pointed out, the robots, algorithms, and drones, digital currencies, blockchain is the fix. So we know the NWO causes the problem, wait for the reaction, and run in with the solution. And we know that solution has been ready 20, 30 years ago, and they haven't even turned on the supercomputers. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, we have the spot Bitcoin ETFs, Bitcoin and Ethereum, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin, Ethereum, spot ETFs were up at close. And getting over into a little crypto news, we have CZ finally released. And remember, guys, he put up the 4 fingers. Then they get fined $4 billion, and then he gets 4 months in prison. And if you never took the time to read Operation Northwood, it is mandatory, because then you get to see the extent that they're willing to go. And it's unbelievable. And when you're reading it, you think you're looking at a movie script, because that's exactly what they create. We know at first CZ came out with a tweet on FTX. The bank man gets in trouble. We have Kevin O'Leary puts CZ in on it, and then next thing you know, CZ gets caught up in it. And don't forget, Brian Brooks worked for Binance just for a short period. But when you look at all the takedowns in crypto, they were all linked. And these big banks were nowhere to be found. But all of a sudden they go down, and we have BlackRock rising. But we know the big banks and big corporations have been funding crypto from the beginning. And now it's time for them to come from behind the curtain and show that the big banks and big corporations own everything. You have a handful of people that own everything. It's just an illusion of choice. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip. of the 3 books, there's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.